everyone, it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. If you're returning to my channel, thank you so much. It really means the world to me that you would choose to come back and hang out with me. Today, I'm really looking forward to today, that's a lot of todays. I'm really looking forward to today's video. I do want to put a disclaimer out there if the lighting looks a little bit off. The weather has been trash this month here. I don't know about where you live, but like we're getting very little sunshine. It's very overcast today. It's just not nice out. I think it's only in like the 40s. I'm ready for some nice weather. So it's a little gray toned in here and there's just nothing I can do about it. I tried, you guys. I got 5 lights up. Today I'm going to play with a whole bunch of new to me products and I am excited. It's been a hot minute since I really sat down and played with a bunch of new products. The makeup bug has worked its way back into me. So if you want to see what I play with here, what products I'm diving into, then make sure you stick around and make sure you click that subscribe button, join the fam. You will not regret it. And yeah, I think that's everything. Let's dive on in. So today I have kind of to me it's exciting. When you're in your 30s, you got a kiddo, it's the little things. So I'm trying a new church with a friend. I'm really looking forward to that. And then after church, my family and I are actually going mushroom hunting. If you're from the Midwest, you probably know what I'm talking about. We're looking for morel mushrooms, the best mushroom ever. Even if you don't like mushrooms, okay, don't judge until you try them. They are amazing. They don't taste like a mushroom. They're so good. So that's my plan today. So I have no intention to do full glam. I'm going to church and I'm going hunting. So I'm going to do kind of just a basic look. But what I'm really wanting is just like something that makes me look put together, makes my skin look good. And like I said, I have a whole bunch of new products here. And okay, yeah, I'm going to stop blabbing away and let's just get started. So I did pick up my birthday gifts from Sephora. This the one I selected is the Tatcha. If you're not new here, you've heard me say this before. If I won the lottery and could pick any skincare, price was not important, it would be Tatcha for me. There's something just so luxurious about it. So when I saw they had the Tatcha birthday gift, I'm like, yes please. So this comes with the rice wash soft cream cleanser, the dewy skin cream, which I have really wanted to try, and the liquid canvas. I'm like so debating if I want to dive into this today, but it's like so nice that I kind of want to save it for a special occasion. Okay, no, I'm not going to use it. I already used my ordinary skincare, so I'm going to skip that. And I did already do my eyes. I went in with something real simple, my Juvia's Place palette. I didn't want to do anything crazy. I went in with all mattes because I do have a cream eyeshadow product in here that we're going to test out together. But I definitely want to try out this primer. I just browsed Ulta the other day, me and my little one. We took a little girls' day and we went and we walked around Ulta for quite some time. This caught my eye. This is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Base. It says the one silicone-free primer that does it all. I'm not going to tell you guys the prices. I will link everything down below. I always try to link stuff down below for you guys, delivering all the benefits you'd ask for in a primer. So this really did intrigue me. I'm like, how can you mattify and hydrate at the same time? If you are new here, my skin type is more normal, sometimes leaning a bit dry in the winter, but I used to be oily. Before I had my daughter, I was oily, but having her totally changed my skin. This is interesting. Okay, that it is silicone free. Don't you guys think that looks like silicone? When it goes on, it feels a bit different than silicone. If you've used a really silicone-y primer, you know what I'm talking about. Silicone primers to me feel like they sit on the skin. This, I feel like my skin is kind of drinking in a bit of moisture, kind of like when I put on a moisturizer, but at the same time on my hands it does remind me of a silicone primer. Interesting. It feels really good. Honestly, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels hydrating. This is intriguing. We will see how it goes throughout the day. So I was like, I want to get a new foundation, but I have so many foundations I need to use up, you guys. I'm a foundation-aholic. I know it's a problem, but is it a problem? If it brings me joy, is it a problem? I'm not sure. Don't answer that down below. This is the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This caught my eye because I was like, I really don't need foundation, but I want to try foundation. I love trying out new foundations. And this didn't break the bank at all. Essence is super affordable, and of course the hydrating part caught my eye, and it has hyaluron and aloe vera. I was like, okay, I got the shade Neutral Ivy. I am terrible at color matching. Yes, I'm going to go in with my Stands Out Beauty Sponge. I have really been loving this. It is just barely damp because I washed it this morning. I'm proud of myself. Oh, the color looks very hopeful. Sometimes more natural foundations don't have a ton of coverage, which honestly, like, as I've aged, I don't love full coverage, but you better give me some coverage. You know, if you're in my age range, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's like once you hit in your, like, I feel like 30, I was still pretty good with full coverage, but it was like 30.5. It's when it all started to change for me, and full coverage can just make me look very old, which I don't appreciate. Coverage on this, light to me. I do think it's a little bit because I am using a sponge. So I'm going to try actually putting it on my skin first instead of straight to the sponge, because I did feel like the sponge was absorbing quite a bit of product. Ooh, it looks really good on my forehead. My forehead is sometimes kind of a trouble area for me. And it says weightless feel. I agree. I really feel like I have nothing on my skin, which I really do appreciate, especially since we're creeping up on the summer months. No one wants to feel super heavy cakey in the summer. Honestly though, I feel like the primer and this foundation are working super well together, like super duper well. If you struggle with a lot of discoloration or redness, I do not think this foundation would work for you because I do not have much coverage on my nose at all. Welcome to my face and my pores. My pores look really good. This primer and foundation combo is real nice. It's extremely natural though, right? Like extremely natural. I definitely am going to need big time concealer, and I'll probably drag the concealer down a little bit because I do feel like it's just on the cheeks area. It's not quite what I want it to be. I definitely feel like you could build this up a bit, but I don't think it's one that's really going to build up a lot. It's very natural. And I do want to point out, I have something coming that I want to put right here because I feel like this spot looks just a little naked right here. Okay, this is not new to me, but it's a new one. I just opened it. Does that count? This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I'm a big fan of because it's like, what, $5? This mama loves a good deal, okay? So I do find the Hydrating e.l.f. Concealer to be just a little bit less coverage than the matte, which makes sense to me because of the fact it's a little bit more emollient. So instead of using my sponge, I'm going to try using a brush. This is my Eco Tools brush just to kind of pat it in and not lose some coverage. But I do feel like the brush is helping compared to just a sponge. I am bringing it around the nostril just a little bit because I felt like a little discoloration there. I'm going to pop on just a teeny tiny bit more. My favorite drugstore one though might be that Milani concealer. I know I took so long to try it. You guys had told me it's so good, it's so good. And I always believe your recommendations, but sometimes I'm just slow on the draw. It took me a bit to finally try it because it's a little bit more expensive for drugstore. I mean, it's not terrible or anything, but it's like a little bit more, so I was kind of hesitant. But it's good, you guys. It's real good. I love concealer. I do just, my under eyes is a struggle anymore. Like, I feel like I'm sinking in. It runs in my family. So I am going to go in with just a little bit of my Catrice Camouflage. I love this stuff. And just, I get so blue right in here. It is hard to cover that because of the fact it's not, it's like it's in a little bit so the light catches it and you can tell it's a bit sunken. now that I have done the under eyes, the concealer, I'm looking for the brush I used. Okay, I'm gonna go back in and just make sure this area looks nice and blended. And I might have tried this in the past. I was telling one of my subscribers that it gets tricky after you've tried so many products. Sometimes you forget what you've tried and if you liked it or not, and then you pick it up again. I feel like I tried this in the past. I can't remember if it was this shade or not. I know I've tried this product. This is the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick, but this is in Perfect Pearl. I'm like, is this the one I tried before, or did I try the more taupey colored one? I really want to use it just for like a really easy inner corner. I feel like I tried a different one because this seems kind of nice. I remember I didn't like it. It wasn't bright enough, but like this seems like a decent inner corner highlight. I do wish it was like barely brighter, but I'm gonna just tap it out with my hand because again, I just want it to be very soft. Just want to catch a little bit of light. Yeah, this might have been the one I tried. See, I just wish this was just like just a bit more reflective. Like if you like very natural inner corner highlights and brow highlights, this would not be bad, but I feel like on my skin tone, I need it to be just barely brighter. This one I could probably live without. Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I do think I tried that one before. I think that was a repeat. I just wish it was brighter. Like my inner corners, I like a good pop of light in there, so I am going to go in with something that has just a little tiny bit more reflect. Okay, now I'm all done with the eyes. I'm gonna pop on some brows. If you saw my recent video, I will link it down below. This is new to me, but I have been using it. This is the NYX Stick It Brow Gel, and I've really been liking it. I've honestly just been going in with this like a lot and just skipping brow pencil, which I can't believe because I always did my e.l.f. brow pencil and then the gel, but I'm pretty happy with how my brows look with just this brow gel. Honestly, if you're wanting to spend even less, I do really enjoy the e.l.f. brow gel, but this one definitely has more hold. My brow's so much higher now. I really like this product. Again, I'll link that full video down below for you guys. Okay, here's where the real fun begins, in my opinion. Since my skin has changed, I have decided to dive into cream products. Like, who am I? I never played with creams before because oily skin and creams just usually are a disaster. One of my amazing subscribers told me she did not like this product though, so I was like, I gotta try it. I'm just so curious. I'm definitely nervous because she told me it did not work for her. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is in Tan Lines. It was just so cheap, like for diving into the cream world. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. It's worth the risk. But I did pick up the Putty, is it just the Putty Primer Applicator because Taylor Wynn here on YouTube raves about this. She says it works really well, so maybe with this brush, I will enjoy the application. I'm just really unfamiliar with using cream products because of the fact my skin was so oily before, they just never worked for me. Well, I can honestly tell you this. I definitely feel like I'm losing some major coverage. I don't know if it's just not jiving with the foundation or if it's the foundation and the primer. And like, where's the color payoff? This one, maybe I should have gone darker. I do feel like cream products are meant to be more natural. So maybe this is just an adjustment I need to do, but I definitely feel like it's taken off my products. Like I've lost a lot of coverage there. Things were going so well until this. Okay, I think my subby was right. This is not my favorite. So if you have a good cream bronzer that you like, I do like this brush though. Like the brush is nice, but like on camera, I think this bronzer looks way better than it does in person. Like I lost like so, like my like you can see where my concealer is, and then like lost coverage here, and then bronzer. I'm cleaning off the brush, and I did pick up this Believe Beauty, which is available at Dollar General. I have tried some of their products before and really like them. This is their new, I think it's new, cream brush in Tropical Sunset. I thought the color was really pretty. And Taylor Wynn, again, can you tell I watch her a lot? Really? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, this is the kind of payoff I was looking for from the e.l.f. bronzer. I'll have to see if Believe has a cream bronzer, because that is so much better than the e.l.f. bronzer. Okay, like this I like. This is looking beautiful. It's applying really nice. It's working really well with this. That is a success in my book. I really like it. I also picked up this super dewy blush from Makeup Revolution. This hot pink color just called to me, like big time. Look at how, oh, it's so pink. I thought it was too much for today, but you know I will play with that. If you guys want to see that in a video, let me know. That color is just beautiful. If you had deep skin, this would be stunning, but I just thought this for a pop of color this summer would be so fun. Okay, I did pick up some powder products because I was worried that the cream products wouldn't work for me, and I'm glad I did. So I grabbed some of the Wet n Wild Care Bears launch. I think it's really cute. I used to love the Care Bears, but it's the color that drew me in. This is in Live Laugh Hug. I just thought the color was really nice, and also the powder looks so creamy. When I first glanced at it, I didn't know if it was a cream or a powder. It's been a minute. I'm going to go in with my fan brush because I don't want to pick up too much, and hopefully this can kind of fix the mess the e.l.f. cream bronzer made. This bronzer is a little bit on the warm side. I think it'll look even better when I get just a little bit of color, but it's applying really nicely. It's giving enough pigment that I'm happy with it. Now I do have that cream product underneath, which is probably amping up that pigment just a bit. I do feel like I got a little low on my bronzer here, so I'm going to just go in with my sponge and what's left on it and kind of lighten this just a little bit, just so my cheeks aren't looking too low. Is this color of blush not beautiful? I don't think the camera is doing it justice. This is another Care Bears launch. This is Do What You Love. I don't think the camera is doing it justice. It's very baby doll pink. And I don't know, it just has kind of it's just a unique shade of pink. You don't see this a lot, so I had to grab it. Smaller and keep it a little tiny bit more precise. Since I do have that cream blush underneath, I kind of just want to draw a little emphasis out here. Wet n Wild really does make some amazing products for the price. It's soft but bright all at the same time. It's just a really unique shade of blush. Let me compare it to, this is e.l.f. Always Cheeky. I don't know, it doesn't say. More of like a purpley tone. You see? And then like more of a traditional kind of blush tone. It's just a fun pop of color. I really like it. It applied really nicely. It's pigmented, but it's not too pigmented. You know, some blushes you can go in and you're like, eek, too much, too much. Okay, I've got a couple more products in here. Did I set my under eye? Maybe that's what the problem is. Wow. Going in with the Beauty Bakery setting powder, and I just want a little bit under the eyes. That's probably why I feel like this side is not sitting quite how I want. A couple final products to try out here. I did also pick up the Believe Beauty All Over Glow Skin Illuminator because I was like, well, if I'm doing the whole cream products thing, I think I need a cream illuminator. Again, I'm not trying to go crazy with anything today. But I was like, Laynie, if you're gonna go the cream route, just go the cream route and try it. but I didn't want to break the base. I really want to try the Glow by Auric like really badly, but I just don't want to spend that much. It looks so pretty, but I'm like, I don't know if it's something I would use a lot to where I could justify the price. Honestly, this is giving me a nice glow. I feel like in person, it doesn't look that much, but on camera, it's like giving me just the right amount of glow because again, I don't want anything crazy today. This is the one that I'm like, do I want to risk it? Because it's like this could take it all downhill so fast. I picked up the Makeup Revolution Freckle pen. I do love a good freckle every once in a while, and I really love using this shade in my Juvia's Place palette. And the powder usually works pretty well for me. But sometimes I don't want to have to come down here and get that palette. My God, that looks dark. Not tapped out, looks extremely dark and not at all like Freckles. Tapped out. So I actually think the better way to do this would be to put a little bit on your, I'm scared here. This is, okay, this could take it downhill so fast. But I'm going to put a little bit here and I'm just going to like, tap, 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 tap. There, okay. Put it on your finger and then tap it into your skin. It's almost like a dye more than anything, I feel like. I kind of just did random dots on my finger. So, because, you know, obviously freckles are not uniform. I still feel like this is a little bit on the dark side. I feel like freckles are a little bit more warm toned. It's like some of them turn out good and then some of them don't turn out so good. This was what I was afraid of. This took the look downhill quickly. So it's going to take some playing with. This side turned out a lot better than this side. Like this side looks a lot more natural. I think it's because of the size. These are kind of, I don't know. You guys, like what did I do? But I do believe they can be corrected. I'm going to go in with like a little bit of my foundation and just tap over it. Just not picking up more product, just what's on my sponge. It's just the tone of them too. I'm going to return this. The tone of these freckles is not, I think if you had a darker complexion, the tone would be good. Are there different tones available? I'm definitely going to return that because the color of it is not good for me. I'm going to try to just like go in with some warmer toned color over top of there to try to make it look better. Should I call him six? Jesus, I can't make it today. My freckles look terrible. I'm trying to actually kind of like scrub it in there. Like maybe I can scrub it off and not mess everything up at the same time. Okay, I feel like it kind of saved it. Like they don't look natural, but at least they don't look like absolutely horrible. Okay, this is a new lip product. I did wear this one the other day, the Superstay Vinyl Ink. This color is a raspberry hot pink. And I don't know, there was just something about it that I didn't love as I wore it throughout the day. They're super long lasting, and once they dry down, they are kiss proof, but I don't love super long lasting lip products. I don't know, they start to bother me after a while. Maybe it was just because it was such a bold color, so I'm going to try this one in Peachy. It does feel really nice on the lips. It's not like heavy or anything. I did find it to get it's a little bit sticky as you wear it. Just like a little bit sticky. Not horrible. But again, I don't know, super long wearing lips are not my favorite. I do like this color a lot more than the bright pink. And that's coming from someone who loves a bright pink lip. I'm going to a new church and I'm going to have all these freckles and then people are going to meet me if I come back and be like, oh, I thought you had freckles. It's magic. They're gone. Just let it be. Let it be. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. This is some mascara that caught my eye. This is by Essence as well. This is Double Trouble. I've been on the hunt for a mascara that I love lately and it's been a struggle. I don't like waterproof. If you're new here, I one time got really heavy duty Essence waterproof mascara in my eye and I couldn't get it out and I had to go to the eye doctor to have it removed and that cost me like 150 bucks. So ever since then, I'm like, I will never wear waterproof mascara ever again. Ooh, I really like how that worked on my under eyes. Okay, I'm going to try to focus on the shorter end. my upper lashes. I'm gonna kind of do it back and forth. I will say this freckle pen, it like doesn't move. So if I could find one that I actually like that's not dark brown, again, if you had a deep skin tone, I actually think it would really work for you. If you are my skin tone, it's too dark. It's just too dark. So unless, you know what? I'm gonna try it one more time, but I'm gonna put it on before foundation. Overall though, I really am happy with how my skin looks, my glow, my flush, my brows, the mascara is amazing. I like this color, but maybe I'm weird. I just prefer a good old-fashioned regular lipstick. Alright guys, that is everything. I really need to get going or I'm going to be late to church. I seriously hope you guys are having the best day ever. Thank you for being here. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.